Why does wallpaper misalign? There are a few answers for the different circumstances for wallpaper misalignment. Let me show you one of them. So here we have an obtuse angle. See that? So an obtuse angle is one which has a number greater than 90 degrees and less than 180. An acute angle would be if this corner would go like this. Okay, so we have an obtuse angle, and the degree of variance from its number changes down from here to here. You can't see it with the eye. But wallpaper is a good metric by which you can determine if your angle is constant in the number going from the top through the middle to the bottom. And if it changes, well, the plumpness of the wallpaper's forward edge after it fills this angle will be the exact degree of variation from plumpness as this angle varies from its number. So if this is 97 degrees here, your wallpaper will be here. And then if this is 99, your wallpaper will end at a different point. And because of that, your wallpaper edge is going something like this as it goes up. The consequence is that the alignment of the pattern will vary according to the lack of plumpness of this edge caused by the variation in the numbers of degree that it changes from bottom through the middle to the top. Should be easy enough, right? But who thinks about it? Only after hanging paper for a while do you realize, why does this happen when you come off of a corner? And it's a very simple answer, and that is that the angle changes as you go up. I mean, what sheetrock guy do you know that perfectly plasters in this corner? And the studs are perfectly placed where there are no bulges and there are no depressions in the board. Well, those little imperfections result in wallpaper misaligning. Now, here's the thing. This is scientific, and your good customers don't understand it readily, certainly not right away, because it is a scientific explanation. And at first glance, you would think, my wallpaper guy messed up, or the wallpaper hanger might say, your paper is off. But neither is true. What is true is that you can expect the sheetrock to be imperfect, which will cause an imperfection in the alignment. So what do you do? Well, there's two things that you can do. One of them is to simply run a blade down this obtuse angle and cut it. If I do that, you'll see a gap where the angle varies at its greatest points. And you might even see an overlap where the angle degree changes. But I'm not going to do that because wallpaper in an obtuse angle will necessarily overlap. There is no way I can hide the corner of this piece, the edge of this piece, against the corner of this piece without overlapping it. The way I can hide it in the corner, in a 90-degree angle corner. So I'm going to leave this uncut, making sure that my wallpaper is completely against this obtuse angle. You see that? In fact, if you're hanging wallpaper in an obtuse angle, I strongly suggest that you do this, that you press the wallpaper into that angle and you don't move forward too quickly in order to prevent this. Push the wallpaper into this corner so that it gets stuck living here, and then you can address this. Now let's see, already we have wallpaper joined here, right? See where it's joined? But as we go up, we have a split here. And that is because of what I said, that it's caused by the differential in the angle at this area as opposed to this area. So what do? Well, if you wet the paper enough, you have wiggle room. You can compensate and make this unnoticeable for the most part. Let me show you something else. Do you see a perfect matchup here? Watch what happens. Why are we off here? It's starting to change. There's a change from here to here. And the paper doesn't align. You see, I can take this wallpaper off this sheet and this sheet, put it on a flat piece of glass, and this will match up perfectly. Sometimes it's the paper. I started the video with saying, why does it happen? Sometimes it's your paper. Or your product, I should say, especially peel and stick. But other times, other factors cause it. The reason I make this video is because if you get paid to hang wallpaper, you need to be specific and careful when it comes to these angles. Because a customer who's very concerned and looks close is going to say, hey, hold on a second, you want to get paid, right? How come it matches perfectly here? But look at this, it's off. You must have done something wrong. And if you don't answer correctly, you got a problem. I'm going to just take a pencil and I'm going to show you that this is what I would do to make up for these issues. Now I got a different colored pencil, but I want to mark that just to show you. You take a similar color here to this, and you just do this with your color. You're going to draw that in so that the eye isn't drawn to this sharp edge that doesn't join. Okay? As the wallpaper sets in, the fissure becomes more visible, doesn't it? And that's because of this angle. Okay? Any questions? I think I explained it to the best of my ability. So we have a fissure, and we also have a misalignment as a result. The trick is keep this plumb so that this issue doesn't metastasize to this sheet and to this sheet. So now, instead of a fissure, I joined it together and now it's overlapping. See that? It's overlapping. So what do? It's a simple scientific approach. You literally have to pull the wallpaper section by section to that point where it just meets its adjoining counterpiece. Because if you address it with a broad stroke, you're going to over pull it in some areas and under pull it in others. So here's what we do. We pull it away where it's overlapping. Now we got wrinkles, right? And so we're going to treat them individually and get the wrinkles out. Okay. I'm gently pushing away from the seam and just pushing that wrinkle in toward the left where it gets lost in this whole general area. Good wallpaper will just allow you to just move it away. Okay. And for that, I want to use a super smooth thing. Look, see that wrinkle there? Look. Smooth out the wrinkle. When I say a quality wallpaper, this is quality wallpaper. And cheap wallpaper will rip or the color will start coming off. Look at how beautiful it's coming out, right? And so there you have it, all right? Let's wipe it off now. Now, let's test it to see if we have any misalignments, okay? We already know we do, but it's our last problem. And with color pencils, look at that. Look at that. With color pencils, here's what I would do with this. You take the color white, you get rid of that right where my thumbnail is, and you put the rest, that dark color. You redraw the circle. I mean, this is what you gotta do. I see the wrinkle. I see it. Okay, so I will get busy, and you, hopefully, have learned one of the tricks of the trade of wallpaper hanging. If you like the video, please click on like, subscribe to my channel, and please make a comment.